Rubel, Tara, Ashwin, Oinam, Manoj, Bharat, Dinesh, Vinay, Ashwin, Ketika, Saidulu, Aditya, Satya, Mohan, Vinod, Pinky, Raghu, Prajwal, Dwarka. A very good morning to all of you. So shall we start today analysis? Are you ready to give answers? Yes, we didn't conduct any doubt clearing session yesterday, Dwarka. Yeah, good morning, Jitendra. Good morning, Srinath. Are you ready to give answers? Are you ready to do analysis of today's current affairs? Yes, good morning, BSK. Good morning, Happy. Yes, one more request from my side here is please do like the video and share this video to your friends. And if you are visiting Rathod sites for the first time, please do subscribe to this channel. And every day at 9 o'clock in the morning, you will be having live of the Hindu analysis. Yes, very good morning, Sukendra, Sukanya, Jitendra, Shanmukha, Srikar, Happy, C2, Rakshit, Girdhara, Gopi, Padmavati. Okay, let us start the session. So in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 12th September 2023. So let us have a discussion on these topics which are at most important. Is there any problem? So is it clear now? Yes. Let us start the session. So first topic is about CBI does not require permission to probe pre-2014 cases to say Supreme Court. So here, which is the keyword that you have to focus? So here you have to focus on this word CBI. So it is very important because in our polity of GS2, we have this topic CBI. So because of this will be very important. And next one here is you have to see why Supreme Court said that. So there is no need of taking permission to probe. To probe means nothing but to do investigation in pre-2014 cases. That means here there is a 2014 which mainly said you have to know what happened in this 2014, and if you know that, then you can understand why there is no need of requirement of permission for this 2014, that is pre-2014 cases. And one more thing here you have to remember here is what is this retrospective? What is the meaning of retrospective? Anyone tell me about what is the meaning of retrospective? Yes, date prior, very good, Srivasan. Yes, before a particular date. Next. So here actually in 2014 Supreme Court came up with a landmark judgment. Supreme Court said that here there is no need of taking permission from the states to CBI to conduct any investigation regarding the cases. Okay, so now recently Supreme Court said that even before this 2014 cases, even if CBI wants to investigate before this 2014 cases also, there is no need of taking permission from states. Is it clear? So, this is just a brief background that you need to know, and you have to remember the name of this Supreme Court case of 2014, that is Dr. Subramanian case. Dr. Subramaniam case of 2014, you have to remember that, because while you are writing answers, even you have to mention the case of Supreme Court. Is it clear? Let us try to see some detailed analysis of this topic. So this topic will be at most important from your UPSC mains point of view, and even you can get a question regarding the consent of CBI even in prelims. Okay, are you following? Yes, let us move on. So why it is in news? Because a constitutional bench held that Supreme Court judgment of 2014 which declared invalid a legal provision which is mandating CBI to take prior permission before investigating corruption cases against senior government officials has a retrospective effect. So why it is in news? Now recently Supreme Court said that there is no need of taking prior permission if CBI is investigating regarding any corruption case against government officers. Okay. So earlier there was one section, it says that they have to take permission, but in 2014 in Subramaniam case, Supreme Court said that there is no need of taking permission. And now this judgment has been extended even before 2014, what are the case filed regarding this corruption also, they don't need any permission. So this is the meaning of this retrospective effect. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes. Srinivasan has a doubt, ma'am, how this case violated human rights, ma'am. So Srinivasan asked me how this case violated human rights, fundamental rights. So if you see, we have fundamental right, that is right to equality. So right to equality means nothing but all are equal before eyes of law. So for investigating the cases against senior government officers, why there is a need of taking permission? Is it clear? So because of this, it is violating right to equality. And now let us see the details. So here this judgment of Supreme Court said that now CBI, if it wants to investigate senior government officials who are involved in corruption, there is no need of taking permission even from the states. Okay. From the date of Supreme Court judgment, invalidating the need for prior sanctions would no longer be able to avail the protection of prior approval. So there is no need of prior approval now. So there is a need of seeing the facts also. So from facts you can get prelims based questions. So you have to focus on these facts. So here why there is this case is in news, why Supreme Court said this. So you have to know what happened recently. So very recently Tamil Nadu government announced that it has withdrawn general consent given to Central Bureau of Investigation under 6th section of Delhi Special Police Establishment Act. So here this section 6 of this Delhi Police Special Establishment Act says that, so if CBI wants to do investigation, yes, it has to take consent or permission from state. So we have two types of consent here again. So we have general consent and we have specific consent. So general consent means CBI can take this permission and can do investigation regarding any case. But regarding this specific or special consent, only CBI need to take permission to do investigation in that specific case. Okay, so this is about the consent. And next one is not only Tamil Nadu but other states like Mizoram, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Kerala, Jharkhand, Punjab, Meghalaya, they also had withdrawn general consent given to CBI. That is the data till recent 2023 March. So here these states will also very important. So you can get a question like, so which of the following states they withdrawn general consent? Is it clear? Because it is at most important. Yes, I am fine, Navas. And let us see provisions of prior permission. CBI is required to obtain prior approval of central government before conducting any inquiry or investigation, okay, regarding an offence committed by officers of rank of joint secretary and above in central government and its authorities. So if CBI wants to do investigation regarding any case of officers who are ranking above joint or ranking equal to joint secretary, they have to take permission. So because of this, it is violating our fundamental right, that is right to equality. And this one is in 2014 Supreme Court said that this is invalid. This is invalid, okay, that is section 6A of Delhi Police Establishment Act is invalid because it is granting the protection to Joint Secretary and above officers from facing inquiry by the CBI in corruption cases. Okay, so because of this it is violating Article 14 of our Indian Constitution. So here if you are talking about consent, we are having two types of consent as I said. So first one is general consent, second one is specific consent. So general consent is nothing but the consent of state government to CBI regarding case specific or general. So here general consent is normally given by states to help the CBI in investigation of case of corruption against central government employees in their states. So in different states, central government employees will be there, right? So to investigate the cases of corruption regarding the central government, yes, we need the cooperation from the state. So here CBI can get general consent from the states so that they can do investigation regarding this corruption cases against central government officers. Okay, is it clear? Okay, if states are withdrawing general consent means, so if CBI wants to inquiry or CBI wants to do investigation in so and so cases, so regarding that case, CBI can take permission from the state government. And if you see some facts regarding this CBI, so let me know whether this CBI is a constitutional body or not. CBI is a constitutional body or not? Please let me know fast. No? Okay, Rajesh. Okay, legend. Yes, Srinivasan. Okay. Jitendra, your answer is wrong. So, CBI is not a constitutional body. Yes, very good, Vinod Mahi. Yes, very good, students. CBI is not a constitutional body, but this CBI was established by a resolution of Ministry of Home Affairs, and later the CBI has been transferred to Ministry of Personal and Public Grievance and Pension. So if you are getting a question regarding under which ministry it comes, there is CBI comes. So CBI comes under Ministry of Personal, Public Grievances and Pensions. And its establishment was recommended by which committee? That is Santanam Committee. And you can get question regarding the Santanam Committee also. So Rudagi says, ma'am, take some polity classes. I am not polity faculty here to take polity classes. I am geography and ethics faculty. And one more thing I want to say is we are going to come up with live classes of geography. So students who are facing a problem of geography can contact me, okay? And CBI operates under this DPSP Act of 1946. So it is neither a constitutional body nor a statutory body. So this is very, very important thing. And I want to give you one mains question which already appeared in our UPSC in 2021. So question is, the jurisdiction of CBI, that is Central Bureau of Investigation, regarding lodging of an FIR and conducting a probe within a particular state is being questioned by various states. However, the power of the states to withhold consent to the CBI is not absolute. Explain with special reference to the federal character of India. Yes, how many of you are going to write answer for this question? Yes, tell me, how can you answer this question? So what can you write in introduction, body and conclusion? Tell me fast. Yes, okay, Aditya Srinivasan, legend. Legend, you can write answer for this question, you can send on mail. Okay. So can you ask what is difference between statutory and constitutional body? Yes, we are having two types of bodies like constitutional bodies and statutory bodies. So constitutional bodies means if any article in our constitution talks about that body, that comes under constitutional bodies. For example, we have UPSC, we have Election Commission of India, State Public Service Commission, etc. So these will come under our constitutional bodies. And if any act which says about this Human Rights Act talks about National Human Rights Council, NHRC, SHRC, so all will come under the statutory bodies. So statutory bodies are mainly made by coming with any act or by any law that comes under this statutory bodies, but this constitutional bodies means nothing but any article in our constitution which talks about that. Such bodies are called as constitutional bodies. Introduction is about CBI, an article which committee, okay, very good, like Kavya. Here states which withdrawn general consent and reasons, okay, you can write. Recent examples of CBI probe into any case, very good. Introduction you can write about CBI, but you can write about Supreme Court judgment of this retrospective. Okay. No, there is no article in Constitution that talks about statutory body. Okay, so this is about this topic and try to write answer for this question. Don't forget. And next topic it is about launch of West Asia Economic Corridor is a historic step, says our Prime Minister. So if you see in this image, you can see India and Saudi Arabia, they agreed to set up joint task force to fast track West Coast Refinery project. So here you have to focus on what is this West Coast Refinery project, and even you have to see what is this West Asia Economic Corridor. So there are a lot of points that you have to remember, and there is a high chance of getting question in your prelims and mains regarding this topic. Okay, Srinivasan. So please take the screenshot of question. Have you done? If you see introduction, it says that 2 days after launch of India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor, our Prime Minister, he described Saudi Arabia as one of the most important strategic partners of India. So here you have to see even India-Saudi Arabia relations. Even you have to focus on this India-Saudi Arabia relations. And one more thing here is you have to see countries which are sharing boundary with Saudi Arabia. And even you have to see what is the influence of Saudi Arabia in this West Asia, and why India is interested with Saudi Arabia. So all these things that you have to do. Okay, so apart from this, here you have to see even what are the highlights of this, especially India, Middle East, Europe project. So in this India, Middle East, Europe projects, we are connecting India with West Asia, we are connecting with Europe. Okay, so this is our project. So this project, it is part of partnership of rail and shipping corridors, global infrastructure investment. So in short, it is also called as PGWII. Okay, so PGWII, that is Rail and Shipping Corridors Global Infrastructure Investment. And the important aim of this project, it is to strengthen infrastructure in developing countries. In developing countries, we are focusing on developing of infrastructure. And this one is, so in this project, G7 countries, they will come together and they will make a collaborative effort for the development. And this project, it is also very important to counter China's Belt and Road Initiative. So Maharshi Verma says, is optional available? So we are not providing any optional, only we are providing GS. And next here is, you have to see which are the countries participating in this India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. So you have to take a screenshot of this. And here the countries like Saudi Arabia, European Union, India, UAE, France, Germany, Italy, US. So these are the countries which are participating in this India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. And next one here is, what this project it is about. So this project which contains two important things. First one is East Corridor, second one is North Corridor. So East Corridor is nothing but India is connecting with Arabian Gulf. So first one is East Corridor. So in this East Corridor, India is connecting to Arabian Gulf. And in the North Corridor, so we are connecting this Arabian Gulf to Europe. So these are the two important components of this corridor. Okay. So it includes electricity cables, digital connectivity, hydrogen pipeline, and even railway route. Is it clear? And apart from this, if you are talking about what is the purpose of this corridor, so it is focusing on cost-effective cross-border ship-to-rail transit network, and we are focusing on already existing maritime and road transport routes, and we are focusing on goods and services transit to, from and between India, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Israel and Europe, and we are focusing on supply chains and trade accessibility as well. Okay, so purpose here is, we are focusing on cross-border shipping, we are focusing on trade, and we are focusing on especially transport routes, and we are focusing on supply chains. Okay, so these are some important purposes of this. Any doubt, anyone? Is it clear? Okay, so with this corridor, so what is the benefit for India? So first and the foremost thing here is, we can connect with West Asia and as well as Europe. First one is, we can promote food security, because if you are ensuring proper transport corridors, then we can ensure the trade. So that trade we can go for exporting of food grains, etc. so that we can ensure food security. And so is, we can ensure supply chain, and we can also focus on connecting India with other countries so that we can get good international markets where we can share or where we can sell our goods and services, and that will also helpful for improving of bilateral trade between the countries. And next important one here is, This project, which also contains even sea roads and road roads and as well as railway network. And we are focusing on laying electric cables, clean hydrogen pipelines. So because of this, what happened? We are also focusing on climate change. So we are also focusing on efforts to address the climate change as well. And next important thing here we have to focus is, so it is helpful to counter China's BRI project, that is Belt and Road Initiative project. Is it clear? So these are some important things that you have to remember, and this topic is important from both your mains and as well as prelims. Yes, good morning, Sri Raman. I want to give you one mains question from this topic. Try to answer that question. Question here is, the India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor will help in promoting food security and supply chain between developing countries, and this project is being seen as an alternative to Chinese huge Belt and Road Initiative project. Analyze. So what can be the structure of this question? Okay, try to write answer for this question. So it is very important. Is it clear? And the next topic, it is about food insecurity. Yes, tell me, what are the reasons for this food insecurity? Inflation, very good. Next, climate change, very good. Next, tell me fast. Unseasonal rainfall, poverty, Russia-Ukraine crisis, less rainfall, floods, lack of water, yes, inflation, poverty, El Nino, insurgency, war, monsoons, that comes in climate change. Yes, these are reasons for insecurity, that is food insecurity. So now let us try to see this topic, and this topic is at most important from your GS paper 2. So if you see the context here, State of Food Security and Nutrition in the World report released, okay. So this report said that lot of people, they are not offering healthy diet. So if they are not offering the healthy diet, so they are going for having unhealthy food stuff like fast foods. Okay. So this is the thing which mainly said by this article. And apart from this, here if you see, this report also shows one dangerous data. This data says that the figure for India in 2021 is devastating, that about 74% of population, they cannot afford a healthy diet. So about 74% of population, they are not going to afford. They cannot afford healthy diet, and the population of about 1400 million, they make approximately 1 billion Indians, so they are not going to have proper healthy diet. So because of this, we can't ensure food security. So if you see the dimensions of food security, we have three important things. So always we have to see availability of food is there or not. That means how much amount of population is there, and whether the food which is produced is enough for those population or not. So this is about availability. And next one is accessibility, whether this food is accessible for all or not. So whether anyone is excluded or not. So that thing you have to think. And one more important thing here is affordability, accessibility and availability. So whether this food which is available in the market can be affordable to all or not. So these are the three important dimensions of this food insecurity. All or eat fast food like pizza, burger, then they think only taste but not strength. Yes, good. And if you see data, it says that according to Global Hunger Report, India's rank is 107 out of 121, and this is 2022 data. Okay, and it also says that Yes, hunger is very high, prevalent in India. So let me know what are the reasons for hunger in India. And one more thing here is, even we are producing a lot and we are at the exporting stage, right? So we are exporting food grains to other countries, but why still hunger is prevalent in India? So what might be the reasons? So please let me know. Okay, and next one is, what is this food security in India? So how we are facing, and what is the current framework of this ensuring food security in India? So first one is, if you see this constitutional provisions which are present in our constitution, so we have article 21. So what is article 21? Article 21 says that right to life and personal liberty. So in this article 21 itself, it says that right to live with human dignity. That means humans, they need food and necessities, right? And this one is, in India we have this public distribution system. Under this PDS system, government is providing subsidized food grains for BPL, okay, that is below poverty line people. Yes, very good. Lack of awareness, unemployment, lack of nutrition, diversion of food basket, unemployment. Yes, very good. Very good, students. So here, because of this PDS system, that is public distribution system, also government is trying to provide wheat, rice, okay, it is subsidized prices to people. And next one here is buffer stock. Even FCI, that is Food Corporation of India, is responsible to purchase food grains from farmers at MSP, and has to store those food grains in godowns, and this FCI will be providing food grains under this PDS system. Okay, so we are also made the buffer stock of food grains, and even in our country we have National Food Security Act of 2013. So under this National Food Security Act, it mainly focusing on providing subsidized food grains. And actually one important problem regarding this act is, as of now we do not have 2021 census. So because of this, lot of people, they are not getting the food grains, okay. So this is the one important problem that we are having now, and because of this National Food Security Act, due to lack of census. Okay, so this topic which mainly said a number of newspaper editorials regarding census and its impact on increasing of hunger, malnutrition. Is it clear so far? Yes, good morning, Sharath. And what are the challenges regarding this food security in India? So first one is, there is no proper legal framework. Okay, because of that many a times, so we can see there are loopholes in PDS system, and actually lot of people who are benefited, but they are not actually getting benefits because of loopholes. And especially we have black marketing hoarding in this PDS system also. And next important one here is weed threat. So whatever the crops that we are growing in country, so we are having problems from infections to these crops like weeds. And even especially in Gujarat and Rajasthan, so what happened recently, locusts, they had been attacked. Okay, so this is locust attacks, and even recently maize has been destroyed by this one army worm, that is fall army worm pest. So because of this also we cannot ensure food security. Okay, fly worms, boll worms, army worms, locust. And one more thing here is that will also lead to depleting of soil health. So because of this depleting of soil health, because of excessive use of fertilizers, excessive use of herbicides, pesticides, etc. So because of that also, that will be having negative impact on the soil health. So lack of awareness, so farmers, they will be using high amounts of this pesticides, herbicides, that will be having negative impact on this soil health. So whenever there is deteriorating of soil health is seen, automatically the productivity will be decreased. And one more important thing here is supply chain disruptions. So because of this recent Russia-Ukraine crisis also, supply chains has been disrupted, and that affected exports and imports, that led to food insecurity in the countries which they dependent on this Russia and Ukraine for their food grains. Okay, am I fast? And next one is climate change. So because of this climate change, we are facing unseasonal rainfall. So in some areas they are experiencing floods, in some areas they are coming up with famines, droughts, etc. So because of this, it is also leading to insecurity. Okay, are you following? Is it clear so far? Yes, right? So if you can add any point, so please let me know in the chat box. Okay, let us see next topic. Next topic it is about on China's economic slowdown. So as you all know that China is the second largest economy in the world, and even it is the largest populous country in the world. So now it is facing a problem. So that problem here is economic slowdown. So slowdown of economy in China. So what are the reasons? So whenever we are talking about either rise of economy or decreasing of economy, you need to remember some main points. So always economy will be depend upon the trade. Trade means exports and imports. And second one is production. Third one is how they are focusing on human development. And next one is whether they are getting proper investments or not. So whether there is domestic consumption or not. So these are the 5 important things that you have to remember to see the health of economy of any nation, not only China, not only India, but any nation. So if there are increased exports, means that will lead to increasing of GDP to that country, and whenever there is increasing of production, automatically that will lead to increasing of GDP. So whenever they are focusing on human development projects, automatically humans, they will be contributing more to the economy, and whenever they are attracting good investments from other countries, automatically that will lead to development, and that will further leads to GDP increase. And whenever there is good domestic consumption, means whenever there is good demand in the market, automatically that will leads to increasing of GDP. So what happened in case of China? So in case of China, what happened? There is drastical decreasing of exports. So China's economy is mainly depend upon the exports, but now there is decreased economic exports. And second one here is there is decreasing of consumption. Okay, there is decreasing of domestic consumption. So because of decreasing of consumption, that will lead to decreasing of demand in the market. So because of decrease in the demand, so companies, they will be not going for more production. So production will be decreased here. And third important point here is they didn't attracted much investments. So there is negative investment is seen in this China. And one more important reason here is companies, like for example MNC companies, they are coming out of China. So these are the important 4 reasons for this Chinese economic downfall. Any doubts, anyone? Is it clear? So why these companies are coming out of China? Because of increased labor charge. So earlier they used to get cheap labor, but they are not getting now. Am I fast today? Okay, shall we move on? Yes, because of security concerns also MNCs, they are coming outside of China. Thank you so much, Venkatesh. And next topic it is about dystopian future already here United Nations official says of climate change. So here United Nations says that we are facing negative impacts of climate change. So this image which is depicting about the how this climate change is also affecting animal life or biodiversity. So this image, it is covered from one zoo in Iraq. So recently what happened in Iraq, so there was high heat index which had been noted, right? So because of this high heat, even holidays they were declared, and even it is having negative impact on biodiversity in that area. So now let us see this topic, and this topic is important from your environment and ecology, which comes under your GS paper 3. So context says that climate change is sparking human rights emergencies in numerous countries. So because of climate change, we are seeing number of events, devastating events like heat waves, heat domes, cloud burst, and we can see melting of glaciers, increasing of sea level rise, etc. So because of all these things, we are facing human rights emergencies in lot of countries. And here we are also saying that there is damaging of human rights also seen. Okay. So this is a thing which mainly said by United Nations in 54th Council session in Geneva. So because of this, you have to see some facts regarding this United Nations Human Rights Council. So as of this Human Rights Council, it is intergovernmental body within United Nations system, and this Human Rights Council, it is very much responsible for promotion and protection of human rights around the world. So around the world, it is focusing on protection of human rights. Yes, ma'am, this is related to Iraq, but why we are focusing on this, ma'am? Yes, very good question, Srinivasan. So answer for your question is, when you are writing your essay or whenever you are writing answers, that answer should be multi-dimensional manner. So in that multi-dimensional answers, you can write case studies that you are collecting in your current affairs. So here, yes, you can say that climate change events are happening. So you can give example like, so in Iraq, so because of climate change, human rights emergency had been declared. Is it clear? Okay, let us move on. And if you see the members of this Human Rights Council, so it is made up of about 47 United Nations member states, and they are elected by this United Nations General Assembly. And this members part is important for your prelims. And United Nations General Assembly is also taking into account like candidate seats and contribution to the promotion of protection of human rights. And if you see here, the membership of this council, it is based on equitable geographical distributions, and these seats are distributed like African states have 13 seats, Asia Pacific has 13 seats, Latin American Caribbean states have 8 seats, Western European and other states have 7 seats, and Eastern European states have 6 seats. So this is about the membership of this council. Is it clear? Okay, shall we move on? And as usual, I have to say about this course, that is daily mains answering course for mains. So please do join this course. And here we are covering entire your GS syllabus, which includes GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4. And daily writing one answer is very important if you have 1 year of time. Okay, so if you are preparing for 1 year before your examination, so this is more than enough to write one answer daily. So if you are writing one answer daily, so you can improve your answer writing skills, and these answer writing skills are very important to clear your UPSC. Okay, so try to join this course, and it is just 8,200 rupees for 1 year. So even if you can't pay this amount in one go, you can pay in installments also. So if you want to contact me regarding this course, you can call me on this number. Number is 8074765513, and this is also WhatsApp number. You can text me there also, and you can visit directly website Rathod Science Academy so that you can have a look over the other courses we are offering. And one more highlight here is we are going to come up with live geography classes. So in this live geography classes, we are going to cover both your Indian geography and world geography, that too within 60 hours. So those are live classes. Daily class will be for 2 hours. So this course will be completed within 1 month. So anyone want to join this live geography class, so please contact me, and the fees is very much less, and there is also early bird offer for this live geography class. So who will join first, so they will be having concession, so they can pay just 3000 rupees for this geography class. Okay, so you can use this opportunity. So this opportunity, it is for only first 20 students, 3000 rupees. So this course will be started from September 20 onwards. It is not geo optional, it is geography from your GS point of view. Okay, so let us move on and let us try to see our Hindu newspaper. So this topic I discussed, and I also discussed this topic regarding West Asia Economic Corridor. And if you move on, so there is one important article here, that is ban on firecrackers to return, allow green crackers, says BJP. So here we are focusing on just what are these green crackers, and you have to see different types of green crackers and which are the chemicals that we are avoiding in these green crackers. And even you have to see what are the advantages of using of these green crackers. Yes, we will be giving material also, Tejavat. So there we will be having 60 hours of classes. So in that classes we will be discussing previous questions of prelims and mains, and we will be giving you daily practice questions for prelims and also mains. And one more thing here is you will be getting the PDFs of that class. And the classes from basic to advanced level. So even if you have zero knowledge regarding geography, I can ensure you that if you attend those classes, so geography will be very much cleared. So I think you will be having hope on me and you will believe me, right? So those geography classes will be taken by me. And if you move on in this states page, there is nothing much important. Here you can see one ethics case study that you can come up here. That is, parents restrain children from taking meal cooked by SC woman. So woman who is belonging to this Dalit community, she is cooking midday meals in schools. So what happened? Here many parents, you are not allowing their children to take this food. So tell me your perspective, like how can we bring change in the parents? How can we bring the change in the parents, whether this action of parents is ethically correct or not? Okay, try to have your own perspective regarding this and tell me in the comment box. Yes, it is ethically wrong, I know. Not correct, but what can be done? So if you are a district magistrate, in your district, if you have came up with this type of issue, so how can you address this issue? So what is the course of action? And here you can see one more article is IASC develops novel approach to detect and to kill cancer cells. So here you have to see some basic facts regarding this cancer. And this editorial I discussed about this food insecurity article, and there is article regarding G20. So already we had enough discussion regarding this G20. So if you have time, you can go through this article once. And in this opinion page, you can see this article, that is why simultaneous elections would militate against federalism. So already we had enough discussion regarding this simultaneous election also. So do revise the topics that already we had discussed in our notes. And in this text and context, I discussed about this topic regarding Chinese economic slowdown. And you can directly move on to this news page. So most of the articles are political articles and advertisement itself. And here you can see this article, that is survey reveals only 16% of those above 50 took any adult vaccines. So here you have to see what is this vaccines and what are the advantages of these vaccines. So only awareness is enough, or you can take any other steps. Okay, Jayashree, legend. Very good idea, legend. Yes, good morning, mind. You are late to class, so please be on time. In the world page, you can see this article, that is US Vietnam warn against threat in South China Sea. So actually, you know about what is the South China Sea and what are the issues in the South China Sea, and you already know about Chinese new map, right? The students who are following daily. Good, Santoy. I did about this G20 Nitya in yesterday's lecture. Okay, so you have to see some facts regarding the South China Sea. Already we discussed that. And next one is about this climate change article. I discussed about this. And there is nothing much important in our business page today. So these are some important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. So by this I am concluding today. So if you want to join any course that we are offering in this Rathod IS, so please contact us on the number. The number is also given in the description box of this lecture. And if you want to get these notes, you can join the Telegram channel. Link is given in the description box. And one more thing is, don't leave the class without liking this class, and as well as share this class to others also. And if you are visiting Rathod IS for the first time, please do subscribe. Thank you so much for attending this class.